Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk. Back to the video today, and the Houston Rockets lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers 108-91. And this was not the best performance by the Rockets tonight, but it's been the story of the whole season for us. But, I mean, this was on a different level. I mean, these guys, I was impressed with the way they played decent basketball in the first quarter, had a decent second quarter as well, just getting outplayed by a really good team. And then in the third quarter, the Rockets played great defense, great offense, outplayed a really good Cleveland Cavaliers team, 37-25 in the third quarter, and there was a lot of optimism. You were down 20 in the third quarter. I believe you were down 17. That's 17. You're down 17 going into half. You're down 20 in the third quarter, and a really huge run, and you're down 5 points going into the fourth quarter, and that's where the Rockets just got killed. And it's not like the Cavaliers had a great fourth quarter themselves. I mean, they only scored 23 points, but the Rockets, they had one of the, I think it's going to go down as their worst quarter of the whole season. Scored 11 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, that is not okay. It's no reason to be upset about it because we're 18-57, but to score 11 points in a quarter, it's just embarrassing. And after so much optimism, after having such a great third quarter, outscoring the amazing scoring Cleveland Cavaliers team, and outscoring them by 12, making a 20-point deficit down to 5. And then you do that in the fourth quarter. That's why it's disappointing. And it's been the story of the season. I say that every postgame. It's the story. It's the story of our season. It's the story of our last 3 years. But still, every loss is disappointing. And especially when you're down 20, you bring it down to 5, and then you just vanish. But I will say great defense by the Cavaliers in that fourth quarter. We tried. We played some decent defense in the fourth quarter. Only allowed 23 points in that fourth quarter. But our offense was turned off. But yeah, let's go over the scoring. Quite a few players, 5 players in double digits for the Rockets tonight. Your highest score is Jalen Green with 30 points, 10 for 15, 5 for 11 from 3, 5 for 6 at the free throw line, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 rebound. And then 3 other starters with double figures, 14 for Sengun, 13 for KJ Martin, 12 for Jabari Smith. Jabari Smith also had 4 rebounds and 2 steals. Rockets shot 6 for 25 from 3 tonight, so one of those other nights where the Rockets just cannot hit a 3. And then 13 for KJ Martin, and he had 4 rebounds, and then he shot 1 for 2 from 3. That was it for him. And then 1 score off the bench with double figures. That is Tari Eason with 10 points, 4 for 9, and 8 rebounds. And then KPJ was the only starter that was not in double figures with 6 points, and 3 rebounds and 4 assists. And then, yeah. And then there was 3 other scorers off the bench. Kaminsky played 2 minutes. He had 0. Josh Christopher played 6 minutes. He had 2 points. Deshaun Nix played 18 minutes. He had 2. And Usman Garuba played 15 minutes, 2 points, 5 rebounds. And that's it. Boban and new Rocket DJ Augustine, who was signed to a remainder of the season contract for the Houston Rockets, was a DMP as well for the Rockets tonight. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, this was a big win for them because with this win, it didn't really matter because even if the Rockets were to somehow beat the Cavs, they would have still clinched the playoffs with the Nets loss, which the Nets lost by 15 to the Magic. So they didn't really have to win this game because they were going to still clinch with a Nets loss to the Magic, but this just did it for them. The Cavs clinched the playoffs, 2023 playoffs. This is a fun fact. It's the first time a Cavaliers team has clinched the playoffs since LeBron James' era. Last time they clinched the playoffs without LeBron James was 1998. So it's been the last time the Cavs were in the playoffs without LeBron was 25 years ago, if I got my math right. Yeah, 25 years ago. I'm surprised I got my math right there. But that's crazy. This Cavaliers team, they're definitely great. It's not as good as some of their old teams with LeBron, but they're good. I think they have a really good chance, just depending on their matchup, to make it to the second round. I really don't believe they can be a team to win in the second round. If they play their best basketball, they are a team who could have a shot. Maybe take a team, whoever they're playing, either the Bucks or the Celtics, to possibly 6 games or 7. But I don't think they have a shot to win go all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. I just think there's too much talent in the East. But I think they have a really good chance to win in the first round. Whoever they play, either it's the Knicks or the Nets, and then possibly, go up against one of the top teams in the East, whether it's the Celtics or the Bucks, and give them some competition. I don't think you're going to be able to win the series, but I think they could take the Celtics to 6. I believe so, but yeah, or 7. I mean, they've played good against the Celtics this year. I think they would have played. I think they would, if they match up against the Celtics potentially. I think they could do good against the Celtics. But yeah, let's get into the Cavs scoring for today. Their leading scorer was Jared Allen with 24 and Donovan Mitchell with 22. Evan Mobley with 19 and Garland with 17. So you got 4 starters. It's just like the Rockets, 4 starters with double figures. And then they had 10 for Karis LeVert off the bench. That was really it. Tough loss to the Rockets. Horrible fourth quarter performance. But like I said, I'll say it, continue to say it. It's the story of our season. It's going to continue to be like this. It sucks as a Rockets fan to say that. It's going to continue to be like this. We just got to move on, get through these next couple games. 7 games. Get through these next 7 games. You got 4 more road games, 3 more home games. Get through these 7 games as a team. Get some of these guys like Ty Washington, Jabari Smith Jr., and Tari Eason fully through their rookie seasons. Get them on to their sophomore season. Get guys like Jalen Green, LP, and Usman Garuba and Josh Christopher onto their third seasons, so they're more experienced, and even KJ and Jay Sean in their 4th years. This team gets a little bit older than next year. They added more talent. They added more talent in the draft assuming a top 3 pick and another first round pick from the Clippers. And a lot of cap space to spend, possibly a new head coach, and way more for the Rockets. It should be a really decent offseason if everything goes well for this team. But for now, you gotta get through these next 7 games. And you might not win a lot of them. You might win 1 out of 7 potentially, or 2 out of 7. But I mean, just get through this crappy season already. Rockets lose 108-91 to the Cavs. I will say I was really impressed with the Rockets playing that third quarter, but besides it, that was a horrible game played by the Rockets tonight. You guys have your thoughts on the Rockets game from today, and peace out. Go Rockets.